Hello, good morning. Welcome back to today's online class. I am Radhika, your economics teacher. Children, we were studying Economics Chapter 3, Poverty as a Challenge. Today you have a part 2. In the last section, we discussed about a poverty line. In this section, your topic is poverty estimates. A brief account of poverty in India. Poverty means what? Hunger and a lack of shelter. Poverty means hunger and a lack of shelter. There are roughly 270 million people in India living in poverty in 2011-12. According to the data of 2011-12, in our country, roughly 270 million people are living in poverty. There are roughly 270 million people in India living in poverty according to 2011-12 data. This means that India has the largest single concentration of the poor in the world. Then what is the meaning of these 270 million people in India living in poverty? This means that India has the largest single concentration of the poor in the world. For the year 2011-12, the poverty line in India for a person was fixed at rupees 816 per month for a rural area and 1000 rupees per month for the urban areas. Already you know that this is the subsistence level. In the rural area, rupees 816 per month, and in the urban area, 1000 rupees per month. There has been substantial decline in poverty ratio in India from 44.3% in 93-94 to 21.9% in 2011-12. Okay, children, our poverty ratio is coming down. That means the poverty ratio decreases from 44.3% to 21.9. Then 44.3% in 93-94 in that data. In 2011-12, that is 21.9%. That means there is a substantial decline in poverty ratio. Okay, in our country, there is a substantial decline in poverty ratio from 44.3% to the 21.9%. The proportion of people below poverty line was 25.7% in rural area. The proportion of people below poverty line was 25.7% in rural area and 13.7% in urban area. According to 2011-12. According to the data of 2011-12, in the rural area, 25.7% people are living below the poverty line. And in the urban area, 13.7% people are living below the poverty line. Rural 25, in the urban 13%. This trend continues. If this trend continues, people below poverty line may come down to 20% in the next few years. When this condition continues, that means decreasing from 44 to 21, then within a few years, then our poverty, the proportion of people below the poverty line became come down. That means they are less than 20%. Okay. Next, vulnerable group. Mean by vulnerability to poverty. What is the meaning of vulnerability to poverty? Vulnerability is a measure which describes the greater probability of certain communities or individuals of becoming or remaining poor in the coming year. That already we discussed. Vulnerability means what? Vulnerability is a measure which describes the greater probability of certain communities continuing or remaining poor in the coming years. The proportion of people below poverty line is not the same for all social groups and economic categories in India. In our country, there are certain social groups are there. Like, along with a social group, we can see some economic groups also. Okay, but this social and economic groups proportion is different in different areas. The proportion of people below poverty line is not the same for all social groups and economic categories in India. The social and economic groups which are mostly vulnerable to poverty are scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. These are the social groups. These are the more vulnerable group who affecting more poverty. That is vulnerability to poverty. Okay, scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. These are the social groups. Along with the social groups, we can see economic groups also. The economic groups are the rural agricultural laborers and urban casual labor. Okay, children, social vulnerable to poverty are scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, that is SC and ST. Then next, the economic groups are rural agricultural labor and urban casual labor. Statistics related to poverty, problem of the vulnerable group. Okay. The proportion of people below poverty line is not same for all social and economic categories in India. Okay, the social and economic category, there is no equal proportion. There is difference. Although the average for people below poverty line for all groups in India is 21.9. That means when we taking that social and economic group together, then how much percentage of people are living below the poverty line? The 21.9%. Okay, this is the average for people below poverty line, 21.9. While 45 out of 100 people belonging to ST. Clear, children? Total is 21.9. But 45 out of 100, that means nearest half of the people from the XT. Then who is the most vulnerable poverty group, that is social group, that is ST. Similarly, 32.9% of casual laborers in urban area are below poverty line. In the urban area, 32.9 casual laborers are below the poverty line, and 40% of rural agricultural laborers and 31.5% SC are also poor. Okay, in the urban area, there is a casual laborers are there. Then in that casual laborers, 32.9% are living below the poverty line. That casual laborers in the urban areas. Okay, in the rural areas, there is a agricultural laborers are there. In that agricultural laborers, 40% of the people are living below the poverty line. Urban area, 32.9% casual laborers, and in the rural area, 40% of rural agricultural laborers, and 31.5% SC also coming. Then among these, who is the most number? That is ST, scheduled tribes. In poor families, all suffer, but some suffer more than others. In a poor family, all the people are suffering. All people are facing that poverty. But among them, some of the people suffering more than others. Then who all are that? Some. That means women, elderly people, children, especially the girl child, are the poorest of the poor. In the poor family, all people are suffering, but some people suffer more than others. The who all are that? Some people, that is women, elderly people, children, especially girl child. These are the poorest of the poor. Who are the poorest of the poor? Women, elderly persons, and children. Children means especially girl child. Okay. Next, interstate disparities. Interstate disparities means the proportion of poverty is different in different state. That is interstate disparities. That means the state-wise there is a difference of poverty. Proportion of poor people is not the same in every state in India. The proportion of poor people is not the same in every state in India. The success rate if reducing poverty varies from state to state. That means it is varies from state to state. Poverty is still very serious problem in some of the states such as Odisha, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh. The poverty is still At present also, it is a very serious problem in some of the states like Odisha, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. In 20 states and union territories, the poverty ratio is less than the national average. Okay, children, national average means we said that is how much percentage? National average. That is 21.9 percentage. Okay, but in 20 states and union territories, the poverty ratio is less than the national average. There is significant decline of poverty in Kerala and Jammu Kashmir. In that case, the Kerala and Jammu and Kashmir, there is a declining of poverty. Odisha and Bihar continue to be the two poorest states. Okay, children, poorest state. Which are the poorest state? Odisha and Bihar. Odisha and Bihar continue to be the two poorest states with a poverty ratio 32.6 and 33.7. Illiteracy, social backwardness, etc. the main cause. Along with the rural poverty, urban poverty is also high in Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. Not only the rural poverty, the urban poverty also high in Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. Most responsible factor for the reduction of poverty. In some state from our country, they reduce the poverty ratio. Then what measure they took for reducing that poverty ratio? Punjab and Haryana. High agricultural growth rate. There is a high agricultural growth rate during the Green Revolution period. These are the two states which benefited more from Green Revolution. Okay, high agricultural growth rate led to declining poverty in Punjab and Haryana. Then Kerala. It is the one of the state having highest literacy rate. Okay, this is the one of the state having a highest literacy rate. The government has been focusing on human resource development. In Kerala, government give more importance for human resource development. They made investment in the form of education and health in Kerala. Okay, then West Bengal. During the time of Communist Party, land reform measures were taken at a large scale. Because of the land reform measures, land reforms also you studied in the history test. Okay, land reforms measures were taken large scale under the Communist Party. This benefited both the farmers and the agriculture laborers. That led to declining poverty in West Bengal. Punjab and Haryana, the high agricultural growth rate because of the Green Revolution. In Kerala, the government made a more investment in human resource development. In the West Bengal, there is a land reforms led to decreasing poverty in the West Bengal. Then Andhra Pradesh. Next, Andhra Pradesh, public distribution of food grains could have been responsible for the improvement in poverty scenario. Okay, that means public distribution of food grains. Public distribution means through the government shops. Government means that a ration shop or margin free like that. Through that way, they distributed food to people. That because of that, the poverty ratio declining Andhra Pradesh. Okay, children. Last, we said the most responsible factor for reducing poverty. Punjab and Haryana, because of Green Revolution, there is a high growth rate of agriculture that led to decreasing poverty in Punjab and Haryana. Kerala, the government made a most important investment on human resource development that led to reducing poverty in Kerala. Then West Bengal, and because of the land reforms measures, they can reduce the poverty in West Bengal. Next, Andhra Pradesh, because of the public distribution systems introduced by the government, led to reducing poverty in Andhra Pradesh. Clear? Next, global poverty scenario. The proportion of global poverty scenario means country-wise comparison regards poverty. Now we discussed about what state-wise relation of poverty. Then now we are going to discuss about a global poverty scenario. To global poverty scenario means country-wise, country to country comparison regarding poverty. Okay. The proportion of people in developing countries living in extreme economic poverty has fallen from 43% in 1990 to 22% in 2008. That means when we taking the entire world, that time the proportion of poverty ratio is decreases from 43% to 22%. Poverty declined substantially in China and Southeast Asian countries. Okay, then China and Southeast Asian countries, in that country we can see the poverty ratio is declining as a result of rapid economic growth and massive investment in human resource development, like as Kerala. Is it? Okay, in China and Southeast Asian countries, we can see the poverty ratio is decreases because of the what factor led to decreasing poverty ratio in China and Southeast Asian countries as a result of rapid economic growth and massive investment in human resources and development. Okay, in the countries of South Asia, the decline has not been rapid. Okay, in the South Asia, the poverty ratio is declining, but it is not a rapid way. Okay, rapid means very speed. In Saharan Africa, poverty in fact declined from 51 to 47%. Look at children in Sahara, in that area, poverty ratio is decreasing, but 51 to 47, only less rate. There we can see the reduction of poverty in that sub-Saharan African countries. In Latin America, the ratio of poverty remained almost the same. It has declined from 11% to 6.4%. Okay, when we taking the entire country, entire world, that time the poverty ratio decreases from 43 to 22%. In the China and Southeast Asian countries, we can see the poverty ratio is decreases as a result of rapid economic growth and massive investment in human resource development. In the countries of South Asia, there is the decline has not been rapid. That means the poverty ratio is decreases not at too much speed. The sub-Saharan African countries, the poverty ratio decreases from 51% to 47%. In the Latin America, the poverty remained the ratio of poverty almost remains same. It has declined from 11% to 6.4% in 2008. This is the global scenario, poverty scenario. Okay, children, I am going to stop here. See you next time.